Hi everybody, in this video I want to give a quick overview of the functionalities of the Surfr app. So the Surfr app has just recently launched, and everybody who was on the mailing list or pre-ordered amount through the website has been informed about how to download the app right now. But the app will be available in the Google Play Store within the next few days. It's currently pending review of Google. But let's go into it. So the current screen on is the sessions overview, and in the sessions overview you will find all the recently posted sessions. The session on top is the session of Flores, and he jumped in that session 15.7 meters with a max airtime of 7.4 seconds and a biggest jump distance of 53 meters, as well as a max speed of 54 km per hour. So the only thing that probably needs a bit of explanation is the max distance. This is the max distance that you jumped. So from the starting point of your jump to the end point of your jump. So if you send the kite hard, pull a kite loop, you will likely see the jump distance increase. If we scroll down, we see some more sessions. This was one of myself, and here is a session of Mark. He boosted the PR on every single aspect. So you can not only make a PR or jump a PR on height, but you can also jump a PR on airtime, distance and speed. In this case, Mark jumped a PR on all four of those. So let's look into his session. And what we see here is again the same numbers, the biggest scores of the session, as well as the cumulative amounts. You can see his track here. As you can see, he was very much on the same spot, and I know this place very good. Actually, I was with him this session. So this is kind of a lagoon, and this is in the open sea. You can't really see it on Google Maps, but yeah, if you go to the spot, you will recognize it definitely. So obviously, GPS tracking doesn't make a lot of sense if you're the whole day in the same place. But when you're doing a downwinder, yeah, it can be very fun to see your track. And also GPS tracking is used for other people to access your location. For example, your partner at home can now see where you are on the water. And also, if you lose your board, you can find it back based on GPS tracking, and I will come to that later on. So these are all the jumps that Mark made while on the water. It's very recognizable, I guess, by height, airtime, distance, and the timestamp on which the jump occurred. Jumps are highlighted, so the bigger the jump, the darker the jump is presented in the app. And also the biggest jump is highlighted very clearly in blue, which is a 19.2 meter jump with a 71 meter distance. So that's about it for the sessions. Let's move forward. So in this screen we can start recording a session. It's very simple. You just hit the red microphone and it will start recording. And as you can see here, it's displaying the latest jump, which is by default 1.0 when you start your session. So I'm now ready to go out. I can just go out, start kiting, make my first jump, and it will be displayed right here. After I'm done with the session, I can stop the recording by hitting the red button fast. So I have to hit it 3 times pretty fast, and then the session stops. As you just saw, I only saw the latest height, but I can change that to whatever I want. So let's go into the settings menu, and there we see that I can also enable the latest jump airtime, latest jump distance, and also the speed and some more settings, which you can figure out for yourself. But the fun thing about this is that you can determine for yourself what you want to see right on the water. In this case, I have now enabled height, airtime and distance, and they will be displayed after each other. They will rotate on the screen every 2 seconds. And I can change the 2 seconds to 3 seconds or 4 seconds or 5 seconds, wherever I want as well. Whatever you enable or disable here only influence what you see during your session. So everything will still be recorded, even if it's disabled here, and everything will still be part of your session when you save it afterwards. Let's go back to record and start recording again. So now I see 3 different measurements, which is the height, the airtime, and the jump distance. So let's move to the leaderboards. On the leaderboard, you will find the best performing kite surfers divided into 4 sections, which correspond with the 4 main measurements of each kitesurf session, which are height, airtime, jump distance and speed. Let's move back to height. The second row determines the period that you're looking at. So now I'm looking at the all-time height leaderboard, but I can switch easily to a monthly height leaderboard, a weekly height leaderboard, or a daily height leaderboard. And there is no daily height leaderboard because there was no wind today, right? So the all-time height leaderboard, and you'll see that we still have to crush the 20 meter. Hopefully we'll see somebody boosting 20 meters soon. Finally, I want to show you something cool, which is the idea section. For this, we integrated another app for this, and therefore it looks a little bit different. But yeah, the idea section is most of all about the possibility to add your ideas, vote for existing ideas, and also to be informed about the things happening. So currently we already have about 33 ideas, if I just sum up it correctly. And these ideas varies from small details to big improvements. Let's, for example, dive into the safety ideas. So, for example, a reversed alarm, get a notification from home. This is a nice idea to be able to receive an alarm from home. For example, when you're out for 4 hours on the water and something happens back at home or wherever, and your partner or friend wants to notify you that you have to come off of the water, that then would be possible. So the geofencing idea is also really nice and one of my personal favorites. I don't think it will be here within a few weeks, but probably within a few months. And the idea is that you will be able to draw a geofence before starting your kite session. So for example, you go out to your favorite spot, and in order to keep you safe, you draw a fence around your current location of a diameter, let's say, of 2 kilometers. So whenever you leave the area, an automatic alarm is created to whatever context you have selected. And if you go back to the main idea section, you can see whatever more is planned, which is in progress. So in progress, we currently have more filtering on sessions, on leaderboards, and filtering within live. In progress, we also have the iOS support, which is much requested, but requires quite some work, and we expect it to arrive somewhere in August. But we have to see about that. And the third option that we have, the third idea that we have in progress is social interacting, being able to follow others, comment on sessions, and like sessions. Final note on the idea section is the release notes. In the release notes section, you will see me or any other developer post some updates on whatever changes. So you can expect monthly releases, at least probably more frequent, of the app with new functionalities, and then they will be that will be outlined lined right here and explained what is new. So as you can see, we have some people live. When you start recording your session and you have a SIM card in your phone with an internet connection, you will automatically be live once you hit the water. So please note that you're not live right away when you're still at your car or maybe still have to pump up your kite. You will only go live when you go out on the water or when you make your first jump, and then you will appear automatically in this list. And in this list, we also see when we received the latest jump and when we received the latest GPS update. So let's move into one of these people, and we can really follow them live on the water. The location will be updated from time to time, and also new jumps will roll in automatically. So this is really fun when you're on the beach, maybe in your car, other kite, or on the beach as well, and other kiters are out and you just want to see how they are performing. Just take your phone out and you will see it right away. Also, this will helps greatly in terms of safety. So people back home or wherever they are can now view your location and see if you're still kiteboarding or drifting out on the ocean. So thank you all so much for watching, and also for the enthusiasm that we received through the different channels and the great ideas that have been put in.